Imagine this: one small act of kindness could change your entire life. It's something we often hear about, but what if I told you that kindness could turn a struggling taxi driver's world upside down overnight? Stick with me to find out how Mark's simple gesture turned into a life-altering opportunity. And hey, if you love hearing stories like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join the Mystic Tales family. Mark, a hardworking taxi driver, was doing his best to make ends meet when one evening, everything changed. Late into his shift, he picked up a distraught woman clutching her young child. She was visibly upset, tears streaming down her face, and desperately needed a ride home. Sensing her pain, Mark couldn't bring himself to accept any payment. He drove her to her destination, offering nothing but comfort, never expecting anything in return. Later that night, as Mark lay in bed, he couldn't shake the image of the woman and her child. It was rare for him to refuse payment. After all, he needed every penny. But something about her story felt different, and he found himself wondering what had brought her to such a breaking point. As he was drifting off to sleep, his phone buzzed. It was an unexpected call, but something told him to answer. On the other end of the line, a calm voice asked, "Are you Mark, the taxi driver?" His heart skipped a beat. Was something wrong with the woman? The voice reassured him, "She's safe, but we need to talk." What followed next would leave Mark speechless. The caller explained that the woman he had helped was from a wealthy and influential family, estranged due to a personal tragedy. Despite her family's fortune, she had struggled to make it on her own. That night, she was at her lowest, but Mark's unexpected kindness reminded her that there was still good in the world. But the surprises didn't end there. The woman's family had learned of Mark's act and wanted to meet him. Curious but nervous, Mark agreed to the meeting, unsure of what to expect. The next morning, he found himself outside a grand estate, a world away from his usual route. Nervously, he rang the bell, and the door swung open to reveal an older man in a suit. John, a close family friend. Mark was led through the luxurious home, his nerves growing with every step. Inside, the woman from the night before stood waiting. She no longer seemed troubled. Instead, she looked composed and filled with gratitude. "Mark," she said, "I don't know how to thank you. That night, you gave me hope when I felt like I had lost everything." Before he could respond, John spoke up, explaining that Mark's kindness had reminded the family that there were still good people in the world. Then came the shocking news. "The family you helped isn't just wealthy, they're influential, owning several businesses. And they believe in giving back to those who show kindness without expecting anything in return." Mark's world was turning upside down. "They've decided to offer you a life-changing opportunity," John said, leaving Mark in disbelief. It wasn't just a financial gift though. That alone would have been incredible. It was also a job in one of their businesses, with a chance to secure a future that had once seemed impossible. Mark was overwhelmed, his struggles suddenly lifting in an instant. A simple act of kindness had changed the course of his life. The woman and her family didn't just offer him a job, they offered him a chance at a new life. As time passed, Mark adjusted to his new position, no longer weighed down by financial worrying, but more than the salary. It was the realization that kindness could truly change lives that stuck with him. His relationship with the woman's family blossomed into friendship, and Mark was reminded every day that one small gesture can ripple out and make a huge difference. Mark's story proves that no matter how tough life gets, compassion can lead to opportunities you never dreamed possible. Sometimes, the smallest actions have the greatest impact on others and on your own life. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Mystic Tales for more incredible stories like this one, and in the comments below, tell us, how did this story make you feel? Just one word, See you in the next one.